Welcome back. If you're ready, let's continue building our team as a part of on-demand retirement program. We are now at part 3 of the step 2, and we'll be talking about real estate lawyers today. This is just to remind you an objective of the entire step. Going from one person to another, from one team member to another, we're still keeping the same pattern. We are trying to understand the role of the team member, where to find him, how to select, how to interview, and then going through the exercise of actually finding the person, interviewing few candidates, and selecting the one that fits your criteria. So talking about lawyers, what they do. First of all, I should say up front, there are different types of lawyers that participate in real estate business. We will mostly be focusing on real estate lawyer as a person who is responsible for closing your deal. But I will speak about their ability to help you with other questions as well. So again, what do they do, lawyers? First of all, they can verify and confirm your offer details. That's the number one objective of you having a lawyer. Then they perform property title search and all related paperwork. You must be sure that your property is clean. It doesn't have any liens against it. There is no debt associated with the property that you don't know about. There are no any existing legal processes that have your property involved. And this is the role of the lawyer to check. Lawyers also communicate on your behalf with seller's attorney. They close the deal and ensure that the funds are used, transferred, and allocated properly at the moment when you become the owner of the property. How they're paid? Lawyers will require a service fee to be paid at the time of closing normally. After you close, they will send you the bill that will include all the fees and associated expenses. It is always your responsibility to pay for your lawyer. Role of the lawyer in real estate. As I said, there are several types of lawyers involved in real estate business. There are a few distinctive categories, but this is not the complete list of them. So, real estate lawyer, corporate lawyer, tenant legislation lawyer, asset protection lawyer, and few others. A good lawyer will have a combination of skills, in addition to his main expertise to have your deal closed in time and without any issues. You should first find a real estate lawyer experienced in closing multi-unit real estate deals. Because even though we're talking about real estate lawyer, some of them are only specializing at single-family houses. And I met lots of them. Not that many are professionals and experts in multi-unit real estate deals. And you will need to find specifically these kind of real estate lawyers. You need to be sure that your lawyer has been closing multi-unit deals for at least 5 years. You are looking for an experienced person, remember? Your lawyer is a really valuable asset during the entire purchase process. Whenever you have a question related to any legal document, your deal terms, creating proper legal infrastructure, your lawyer is the number one person to consult with. Your lawyer can also provide you with information on other deals that you might be interested in and he, the lawyer, was working on. Sometimes deals simply don't close for some reason or another, and something that didn't work for somebody else could be a great find for you. This is another reason of why real estate lawyers are quite valuable. Lawyers are a good channel to meet and work with other real estate investors. That's another thing. So it is a close circle of people We've been talking about real estate agents, mortgage brokers, now lawyers and real estate investors. So again, it's a closed circle. So you are now becoming a part of that. So knowing a good real estate lawyer will lead you to other people in this circle as well. Lawyers should know and help you with tenants protection legislation as well. Sometimes real estate lawyers are a great help to deal with possible tenant-related issues and claims. Ask if your lawyer, when you find one, can help you in this area. Good chances that he will help you, or at least he will give you a contact of another lawyer who would be a good person to talk to. Good lawyer will also help you with an asset protection strategy and its implementation as well. They will fight for you and defend your interests at closing the deal. If you are not a lawyer, talking to another lawyer is not fun. I'm not a lawyer, and each time when it is a confrontation or a situation that needs truly firm approach, talking to another lawyer is difficult. You cannot negotiate or argue with the seller's lawyer. Your lawyer, however, can and should. He will be doing it while creating the most favorable terms for your deal. How do you find lawyers? This is the same process as with mortgage brokers or real estate agents. Google something like that. Title, company, and then area. Literally 3 words. Title, company, and then area. In the United States, all these real estate transactions are normally handled by title companies. That's why title company. Or just Google real estate lawyer and you will find a lot of links. It could be in one area or another, but technically and practically, it doesn't really matter where the lawyer is. Normally, they know legislations of all the United States if we're talking about US market, for example. Look for their specialty to be sure they deal with multi-unit residential properties. This is really important again. And then pay attention if they advertise other areas of their expertise. You may need those too. Your real estate agent and a mortgage broker should be able to recommend you 1 or 2 lawyers as well. Ask them for references, ask to explain why they believe who they recommend is good for your business, and then contact these lawyers and talk to them, interview them, as we will discuss in a minute. You need to select at least 5 to 6 potential candidates based on your search, and that would be a good selection for your decision making, choosing 1 or 2 lawyers at the end. All real estate investors have more than 1 lawyer. This is one of the best ways to find a good lawyer for your business. I mean, talk to real estate investors. If you already have contacts among real estate investors after the previous exercise, you may simply call or email them and ask to recommend you a good lawyer. I'm sure they will. And one more thing. If you hear that the lawyer that you're going to talk with is expensive, it is normally a good sign. You'd better have an expensive but really good lawyer than the opposite. I'd actually recommend to find the best lawyer you can find who's been specializing in multi-unit residential buildings. This may prevent you from many troubles in future. It is also a really good protection for you if the seller's lawyer wants to argue about something. Just hearing the name of your lawyer may make him think twice, and most likely he will not even start conversation about an unwanted topic. Interviewing lawyers. The list of questions for interviewing lawyers is not that long. You don't need to ask them about too many specifics, but it is still an interview. Don't be intimidated or scared because of that. That's your positioning and that's how you're going to present yourself. You don't need to say that you want to interview him. You will simply be asking questions in a steady and professional manner. Always start with quick introduction. You will find one in the lawyer interview document that is available from the resource area. Lawyers are usually busy people. When you call, it is likely that you'll be speaking to a secretary. So ask for a specific time when you can call her boss. Try to avoid them calling you, as we discussed. You need to be prepared and focused for that conversation. Before the call, always take notes including time, date, name, and the phone number, and then be ready to ask all these questions that we'll go through now one by one. Question number 1. How many years of experience closing real estate deals do you have? With lawyers, I would prefer the answer being 10 plus years. Number 2. How many real estate investors do you have as your clients? The list should be at least 10 plus. If they're dealing with multi-unit residential properties, if it is their area of expertise, and if they've been in business for more than 10 years, they should have a lot of investors in their contact list. Number 3, what is your specific area of expertise? It must have few things here. Reviewing all related documents for real estate business, closing multi-unit residential rental property purchases. Anything else would be a plus. You'll just listen and note what they say. Number 4, what states or areas are you licensed to work in? He should be able to close the deal in areas of your interest. It is just to confirm that. Number 5, if I work with you, will it be yourself directly? In some, and I would say in many cases, lawyers will be delegating their work to their staff, which is less experienced, and this is something that you don't want. You want to be sure that you will be dealing directly with the person who you interview at the moment. Number 6, what is your standard fee structure? This is about what, when, and the complete list of all related expenses, plus minus 5%. You may even specify it during the call. With lawyers, what I found, it is not always transparent. I mean, when you ask how much, they will likely be saying, well, it depends on the deal. You then say, okay, for example, I'm buying a property which is located, and you then point to a location or approximate location, just the area. It has 15 units in it. I'm going to be buying it for about $500,000. I would want to hear from you how much will it cost for me to close, including every associated expense that you will be charging me for. And then they will have to provide you the list. You may ask them to send a short email with the summary of that. It would be most convenient way for you and probably for the lawyer as well. Number 7, how much lead time do you need before closing? You should know this to plan your closing process. Normally, a lawyer would be telling you at least 1 week before closing. At least. Most of them will be asking 10 working days. That's from my experience anyways. Number 8, what is your usual availability when I need to speak or meet? You need to understand how fast you can access your lawyer when you need him. Normally, it is by email to schedule a phone call through his secretary. That's the way it is with lawyers. And we now came to to-do list, so it wasn't that long at all. Same as with mortgage brokers, you are now well familiar with the process. So read the script, make it comfortable reading it out loud. Think of questions that you're asking, anticipating the answer, and being able to validate the answer right away. Print the questions, be ready for the call. Go online and try to find lawyers to contact. You will need to have 3 to 5 candidates. Organize all information in a table. It would be a different table. I would actually recommend having one Excel spreadsheet where each page would have your real estate agents, and another page brokers, mortgage brokers, and another page lawyers, and so on and so forth. And then start making interview calls. The objective is here to have at least 2 lawyers ready for your calls, ready for your questions before you start looking for properties and analyzing the deals. That would be my advice to you. By now, your team should already have a real estate agent, or few of them, couple of mortgage brokers, and couple of lawyers. So this team, the core team, is built by now. If it is not, get back and complete your homework for the part 1 and part 2 of this step before we continue. I will be happy to see you in the next video, but in the meantime, focus on finding good lawyers for your business.